Welcome, connoisseurs of beauty and seekers of the sublime, to a quiet corner of the world where the mundane is stripped away to reveal the extraordinary. I carved into the soul of raw materials for over a decade. For 10 years, I have walked the thin, shimmering line between the physical and the ethereal, dedicated to the professional pursuit of art that does more than just occupy a wall. It commands a presence. If you have found your way here today, it is because you understand that a home is not merely a collection of rooms, but a sanctuary of the spirit, a gallery of your own personal evolution. We are here to discuss the philosophy of the luminous grain, an intersection where the ancient strength of timber meets the modern whisper of light. This is not a tutorial on mere construction. It is an invitation to a ritual of refinement. I want you to imagine for a moment that your living space is a silent orchestra, and the art we are about to conceptualize is the conductor that brings every shadow and highlight into a perfect, resonant harmony. The true essence of our journey today lies in the transformative power of perspective. Most people see a piece of wood and think of a table, a chair, or a floor. But as a creator who has spent 10,000 hours in the presence of the medium, I see a landscape trapped in time. I see the rings of a tree as the topographical map of a life lived through seasons of rain and drought. The secret I wish to share with you, the one that elevates a simple project into a professional installation, is the mastery of depth. When we talk about wall art, we are often too two-dimensional. We think only of the surface. However, when we integrate light into the very fibers of the wood, we are creating a fourth dimension, time. A luminous grain installation changes as the sun sets, shifting from a solid, grounding presence in the morning to a glowing, celestial artifact in the evening. This is the hallmark of high-end decor. It is dynamic, it is living, and it is profoundly elegant. To begin this creative odyssey, one must first learn the language of the material. As a professional, I have always believed that the wood chooses the artist as much as the artist chooses the wood. When you are scouting for your next masterpiece, look for the imperfections. In the world of grace and elegance, a knot is not a flaw, it is a focal point. A crack in a slab of ancient walnut is not a break. It is a canyon waiting to be filled with the golden glow of resin or the soft warmth of a hidden LED. For the modern home, I find that the juxtaposition of textures is where the most sophisticated stories are told. Imagine a large-scale installation where the rugged, charred texture of shu-sugi-ban cedar, an ancient Japanese technique of preserving wood with fire, is paired with the razor-thin precision of polished brass inlays. The black, carbonized surface absorbs the light of the room, while the brass reflects it, creating a visual rhythm that is both masculine in its strength and delicate in its execution. Let us speak of the floating mosaic, a concept that has become a signature of my studio over the last decade. Many viewers ask how to make a large wall feel less heavy. The answer lies in the suspension of disbelief and the suspension of the art itself. By using an integrated backframe that sits 2 inches off the wall, we allow the piece to breathe. When we apply a hidden, diffused light source behind the perimeter, the wood appears to be levitating in a pool of radiance. This technique softens the transition between the hard edges of the timber and the soft finish of your interior walls. For those of you watching who are artists yourselves, remember that the glow should never be the star. It should be the supporting actor that makes the grain look like a hero. We are looking for a wash of light, a gentle graduation that mimics the way the moon hits a forest canopy. This is achieved through the careful selection of color temperatures. Never too blue, never too harsh, but a warm 2700 K that feels like a permanent golden hour within your home. As we delve deeper into the artistry, we must address the tactile elegance of the finish. In my 10 years of professional creation, I have seen too many beautiful pieces of wood suffocated under thick, plastic-like varnishes. To achieve a truly sophisticated aesthetic, one must treat the wood with the reverence it deserves. I am a proponent of the old-world finish, hand-rubbed oils and waxes that sink into the pores rather than sitting on top. When you touch a piece of wall art that has been finished with a high-quality hard wax oil, You are touching the wood itself, not a chemical barrier. This is essential for home decor because it invites intimacy. You want your guests to feel a compulsion to reach out and run their fingers along the grain. This connection between the viewer and the object is what transforms decor into art. It is the difference between a house that is merely styled and a home that is curated with intention. The technical execution of these ideas requires a steady hand and a patient heart. For the woodworker looking to innovate, I suggest experimenting with translucency. There are certain species, like curly maple or specialized veneers, that can be sanded down to a thickness that allows light to actually pass through the wood. When you frame these thin ribbons of timber and backlight them, the internal structure of the cells is revealed. It looks like a glowing sunset captured in amber. It is ethereal, ghostly, and breathtakingly beautiful. This is the luminous grain in its purest form. It requires a professional level of precision to sand a piece that thin without breaking it, but the result is a piece of art that feels like a miracle. It challenges the viewer's understanding of what wood is supposed to be. It turns something opaque into something transparent, something heavy into something light. Beyond the physical, there is a psychological component to the art we create. As an artist, I believe our surroundings dictate our internal state. A cluttered, disorganized room leads to a cluttered, anxious mind. Conversely, a single, well-placed piece of luminous wood art can act as a visual anchor. It draws the eye, centers the room, and provides a sense of organic stability. In an increasingly digital world where we are surrounded by screens and artificiality, bringing the grain into our living spaces is an act of rebellion. It is a way to reclaim our connection to the earth. When I design a piece for a client, I ask them about the mood of their evening. Do they want the room to feel like a high-end lounge or a quiet library? The art must reflect that. An elegant man knows that his home is his kingdom, and the art on his walls is his legacy. For the aspiring creators in the audience, do not let the tools intimidate you, whether you are using a hand saw or a CNC machine. The tool is merely a brush. The true art happens in the edit. It happens when you decide to leave a certain edge raw, or when you choose to sand a corner until it feels like a river stone. My decade in this craft has taught me that the most powerful moments in art are the ones where the artist steps back and let the material speak for itself. You are a collaborator with the wood, not its master. When you approach your work with this humility, the elegance follows naturally. The wood will tell you where it wants to be cut. The grain will show you where the light needs to fall. Your job is simply to listen and to execute with grace. In our professional circles, we often discuss the concept of the golden thread, the idea that every piece in a room should be connected by a subtle, repeating element. In a luminous grain installation, that thread is the light itself. You can carry this theme throughout your home by incorporating smaller, matching accent pieces. Perhaps a set of glowing wooden coasters on the coffee table that echo the larger wall installation, or a minimalist floor lamp that uses the same species of timber. This creates a cohesive narrative. It tells the viewer that every choice was intentional. This level of detail is what separates the amateur from the professional. It is the quiet confidence of knowing that every inch of the space has been considered. As we bring our conversation to a close, I want to leave you with a thought on the longevity of what we build. Trends in home decor come and go like the tide. One year it is all gray paint and industrial metal. The next it is boho chic and macrame. But wood and light, they are eternal. They have been the foundation of human comfort since the first fire was lit in a cave. By investing your time and your passion into a luminous grain installation, you are creating something that will remain elegant 20, 50, or 100 years from now. You are crafting a future heirloom. So I challenge you to look at your home with new eyes. Find that one wall that feels empty, that one corner that feels cold, and imagine it transformed by the warmth of the grain and the soft kiss of light. You have the vision, you have the inspiration, and you have the grace to bring it to life. I hope these reflections have stirred something within you, a desire to create, to refine, and to surround yourself with the beauty you deserve. In our future discussions, we may explore the intricacies of resin casting or the mathematical beauty of geometric wood art. But for today, let the simplicity of the grain be enough. Take your time, move with intention, and remember that the most beautiful thing you can ever build is a life filled with art. Thank you for walking this path with me. It has been a pleasure to share these 10 years of professional insight with such a discerning audience. Go forth and create something magnificent.